One of the questions I'm frequently asked by neighbors and friends is, how do you know when it's time to pick an eggplant? And so this video I want to do a short demonstration on how to tell when they're ready to pick, and then I'll show the actual picking of a couple of them and what the finished ready to eat eggplant looks like. In the first picture here, you'll see one that is ready to pick because it's reached its full darkness and glossy color. And it is better to pick them when they're too young than to wait until they're too ripe. But you don't want to pick them too early. In this next photo, you'll see a bunch of young ones that are not ready to pick. They're dull. They haven't got the glossy color to shine to them, and they're not mature. So these are not ready to pick. Whereas the one that I had in the first picture was a very dark, shiny, almost black color. And now go to this next picture. This is the two after I picked them, and they are both glossy, almost black. These are called Black Beauty eggplant, and they are an absolutely delicious eggplant. Very productive and very tasty. So now we'll move into the video, and I'll show them on the plant and how I picked them and got them ready for the oven. Time to harvest some eggplant. The plants are really producing heavy this year. With the weather's just been perfect for them, and it's time to get some. I've picked one and roasted it about a week ago, but there's some more ready. It's a good time to look at the eggplants and see the conditions of them. You want to harvest them when the plants are fully shiny, like this one right here. It's very glossy and shiny. It hasn't started fading yet. When they start fading, it's too late to harvest them. There's a number of young eggplants over here that will soon be ready. This cluster had 5 blooms on it, and all 5 of them said eggplant. So the thing to remember when harvesting these eggplants is there are little thorns on that stem up there, and they're very painful to get them into your finger, so you want to be sure not to touch that stem. But you want to cut the eggplant off by the stem. Don't pull it off, you'll break the plant, damage the plant. So I'll get this camera set up on the tripod, and we'll harvest these 2 eggplants that I have here and see how they do. Okay, to harvest this eggplant, you want to cut it off probably a ½ inch or so above the fruit on this stem right here. And as I said, don't ever tear these off, try and break them off, because you'll break the plant itself and destroy the plant. But it's that easy to harvest these. You can see how glossy this eggplant is. That's a perfect time to harvest. This is a Black Beauty eggplant. They're not as big as they will be later in the year, but they're very tasty and very delicious. So let's move over and harvest the other one on the other side. This one is a little harder to see due to the leaves here, but it's basically the same thing. Come in and cut it off at the stem using sharp pruning shears. And there's the beautiful eggplant, and it's very glossy, very shiny, and it's ready to harvest, ready to cook. We bake these in the air fryer, and if you haven't ever had baked eggplant, you're really missing a treat. So that's all there is to harvesting eggplants. It's knowing when to harvest them, which is when that skin is very shiny and very solid. If it's soft, it's too late. If it's dull, it's too late. So these are ready to harvest, they're ready to start cooking. So we'll take them in and get them ready to cook.